Alright guys, for Kage here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are, solo leveling a rise will be the topic. More precisely, we're gonna talk about skills. I will make a tier list finally related to the Sung skills. In my opinion, opinions could differ. And have in mind, this is the tier list before the revamp. So if someone is watching after a revamp, I will make sure to make an updated version, because they said they will make the skills more balanced, that much more skills will matter in the game. So let we start pretty much. The first skill that we're gonna talk about is this one. Mainly I will talk about the skills. Of course, the runes just makes that skill so much better at the end of the day, and I will put in consideration as well the runes. But at the end of the day, we're gonna talk about the skill. So Vital Strike, I don't know, should I show you in the preview? Yeah, why not? Okay, here it is. So of course we have different type of runes, but overall, I just talk about what I think about this skill. Not so much impressive. Yeah, with different runes it can apply some really nice things. It is extremely fast skill and can do a pretty solid damage, especially as you reach higher rarity of runes, and it applies different buffs that can be helpful. But specifically talking about the skill, I'm not too impressed, but can be helpful if you have the right runes for increasing attack, etc. And it's pretty fast. I would say a really fast skill that can be used in low amount of time. So because of that, I will put it in the into A tier, maybe even B, but A tier, because it can, with the specific rune, it can apply a beautiful attack boost towards Sunk, and of course damage dealt to bosses increase depending on the rune at the end of the day. But for now, A, maybe I'll put it lower. I will think about this. I'm not sure yet. Let me now go to this skill. I literally never know how it's called. Dagger Toss. Not impressive with the damage. I did test him out. Apply burn with different like runes. Electric shock. Yeah, this can be really helpful. So this rune is only like increase damage dealt to targets in a break state by 150%. That's pretty huge. Increase damage by 60% when attacking knockdown target. Beautiful range, as you can see. Still, I don't find it anything too impressive. I'll put it in B. The skill alone, nothing too impressive. Yeah, when you have that specific rune, can be extremely useful with that increased damage of the increased damage towards the bosses, right? So that's really good. Okay, not towards the bosses, but towards the target in break state. Okay, that can be extremely helpful. Okay, again, this is not the final version. I'll think about this. Maybe I will rearrange something, so keep on watching. And then we have this skill rune right here. One of the maybe even god tier. This is the not skill rune, but the skill, which is called Dead Dance. Such a beautiful skill, bro. Literally every single rune is doing the heavy break. So, except the wind rune, but you don't have to worry about that, because this wind rune is designed in a different way, even though it's doing weak breaking, but you can do like 3 constant attacks, okay, 3 constant attacks. And of course, for power guy charge up can be really usable. This one is for the damage dealt to bosses and elite. Heavy break, heavy break, heavy break, heavy break, heavy break. Okay, guys? Pretty crazy, and the skill alone without runes will apply the heavy break. That's why I need to put in consideration all factors, and that's why, for example, this rune, it doesn't do nothing, bro. With this skill, it doesn't do nothing. This one as well, it doesn't do nothing. Okay, but this skill alone without runes will already do a pretty crazy stuff. So yeah, I will need to put this in consideration, even though there are runes that makes those skills go much better. For now, I'll put them in the B tier, like rune for increase against the break state characters, and of course this one with attack buff towards Sung can be extremely helpful, but at the end of the day the skill alone is nothing special, not a good range, only that's fast, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, for now I'll put it like this. Let's continue. This one we're gonna put the QT from Sung. So QT skill collapse. This is really, really good when you have many little monsters that attack you and you want to use that, so you get rid of them. Extremely usable in the early game, mid game, even in the end game, but sometimes I just don't use them. Shadow Step is so much better, but we're gonna talk about this in a moment. Still can be extremely usable, and we'll definitely put it into A tier. And then the next one is another really, really crazy rune, which is skill. Sorry, I don't know why I always say rune. No, skill, Rokage skill. I'll put this one in S tier, and I'll explain why overall. When you see the God tier, everything will be clear. And then this one we're gonna put as well into S tier. One of the multi-strike. Extremely broken skill alone. So it's doing the medium break, right? When final hit lands, inflicts the airborne. Of course, you're gonna have the runes pretty much, not all of them, but some of them. And runes makes this so much better, and it is fast. It deals medium damage, medium break. When you have additional runes, it increases the damage of crushing blow by 20%, so you can really usable with this one. So good. And when the final hit lands, deals weak break damage every 3 seconds. Fire rune dealt to bosses and elite increased by 60, and the medium break as well. Now this one, also you can see now the range and everything else. You become invincible, you do the medium break, and every time this skill hits, increase the damage by 3%. When this skill hits, it resets the cooldown of Dagger Toss. So you can definitely combine them, and yeah, it just depends on which strategy. But the skills alone, so much better than the B tier that I put, okay? Again, it's so hard. It's so hard to do this tier list 100% correctly. It's subjective and objective at the same time. Now this one, holy guys, the range, the super armor, increased critical hit rate by 4%. Like overall as a skill with the runes, easy S tier, bro. Easy S tier. Okay. Yeah. This one can also go into S tier. Crushing blow. Again, this is the type of rune that usually apply the type of skill that applies the medium break, and as well when it hits, it inflicts the airborne. A medium break alone is really good, but when you add runes, it has increased attack by 2%. When this skill hits, it can stack up. Medium break, knocks down, apply shield. Medium break, airborne. When this skill hits, it applies light effect to the target, which is deals damage equal to 40% of attack. Now this one is the most broken one in my eyes. It does weak break, and when it's used, it applies shield. So it's so perfect when you time it when someone attack you. At 20% of HP. When using this skill, Sung can counter attack the target, and then it does heavy break as well, and stunning. So good. And then this one, perfect for the increasing the power gauge and decreasing the cooldown of the user's ultimate by 20%. So good in combinations when you need the ultimate extremely. fast. So yeah, just S tier, bro. Like S tier are really, really broken skills on its own. Like they're so good, and when you add the runes, you have so much diversity, and you can really, really play around with them. Okay, now is this one. It is called Cutting Rush. I did use him in some Battlefield of Time challenges. Without the runes, literally nothing, only airborne, right? With the runes, this can be helpful for increasing damage towards break state characters. This one can be really good for the knockdown and skill hit reset. And of course, when you use it, it increases critical hit damage by 20%. It's invincible when it used with this dark rune. When this skill is used, increase critical hit rate by 10%. And then here, when landing a back attack, has 40% chance to apply 100% critical hit rate on the next attack. Because of the runes, guys, because literally every single rune is here, I would say important even. It will be pretty situational skill, but extremely usable in certain situations. So for that reason, A tier. Okay. Again, the Dagger Toss, honestly not yet fully test. I didn't test it out yet. Just didn't have to use him. Maybe I should have sometimes. I don't know, but just like my experience here. Everyone will have a different skill tier list, I assure you. Then we have this vertical arts. Really good. Now, like this, it doesn't do a lot, then just knocks down. With this, water damage, increase damage dealt to the targets in the break state. This one is the best. Because it increases the damage dealt to bosses and elite monsters by 45. Again, it increases as the rarity goes up. But the range is insane. You can kill when you have like a type advantage with flame, fire. Use this, bro. When you have multiple characters that you need to defeat at once, like the craziest thing ever. Shield, counter attack, damage to 200 of Sung attack and stun. Really good. And then this one, depending on number of targets this skill hits, increased damage dealt to normal monsters. Nothing like, I wouldn't say it's like the super impressive, but just because of this, it just makes such a big difference. So a little bit hard decision, but I'll put it in the A tier. I still think it's better than the B tier. So maybe S, but no. I just like, even though it has those craziness about the range with fire rune, but if we look at it overall, that's how I see it. Yeah, this will be an God tier. Brew skill, armor break. Because of the almighty break, it's just like on another level. Plus, every single rune you have is broken. Like this one, no one can touch you. You're gonna do almighty break. You're gonna increase your defense. This one, it takes a little bit longer and the right timings, but this is the one that will deal the craziest damage, and as well, it is the most broken one because when this is used, increase critical hit damage by 50%. Broken. Also, this is a good combination with vertical arts. Maybe I underestimated the vertical arts here, but I believe no. I believe I was pretty fair here. But yeah, this is crazy good combination with vertical arts. Yeah, and it increases the damage by 7%. Interesting. And it can increase the damage of vertical arts. And then this one freezes and does almighty break. Just like so straightforward, simple to use, but so many insane buffs that I definitely you can hope that you're gonna get legendary runes from that because it's extremely broken. Shadow Step can easily go into S tier. When you use the extreme evasion, then you activate Shadow Step, makes the enemy very slow for 3 seconds, and decrease the enemy defense by 60. This is something that I need to level up furthermore. that I totally forgot. This is a big deal. Do that, do that, do that. Level it up to 11 if you can. 10, whatever. Yeah, 10 is maxed. Oh, sorry, that's not the shadow step. Okay, S tier, easy, maybe even God tier, even, but I wouldn't like that. Almighty Break, it's on another level. I just need to put it like this. Okay, then we have the Commander's Touch. So good, so good. Extremely usable in story, in Battlefield of Time, especially when you need to destroy many those little monsters to gather them at one place to decrease the target defense. Crazy ranges constantly, increase the attack, and as well this one really good. I used him recently in Battlefield of Time, and it also recovers 3% of their MP and 3% of power gauge, maximum 3 times. So easy S tier. Yeah, easy S tier, bro. Like honestly, we have already really good skills here. Okay. Okay, this one, usage condition, the target must be airborne. Okay, yeah, extremely usable when you have like a lot of them to take care at the same time. So I'll put it at A tier. Although it has some weaknesses, but still, especially in early game, you're gonna use this a lot and will be extremely useful. Okay, what else? We have a few more and we're done. So, okay. Mutilate. One of my favorite skills in the beginning. I believe the range is extremely good. The dark element knocks down 20% chance that the hunter will ignore the... okay, let me just see like this. Okay, only a beautiful range overall and only airborne without runes. When the final hit lands, 20% chance that the hunter will ignore 100% of target defense. Okay. It's on the RNG part, but the ranges are pretty nice. Decrease the target attack and defense. When this skill hits, resets cooldown. Bro, that's really good. That's really good. That's really good. But again. Okay, and this one can freeze. Really good skill. Again, situational, you won't use it that much, just on those certain situations that you will definitely need to lower defense and everything what I mentioned, plus the freeze really good. I still find other S tier just better. And now at the end, I need to put this one in C tier, even though I have the legendary rune. With legendary rune on this one, it can increase the normal monster damage towards normal monsters. But on its own, it doesn't do literally nothing, only airborne. Small range, you need to be extremely precise. It's even risky sometimes to use. This one is good with Mutilate because it increases the damage, but then again, nothing too crazy. Increased critical hit rate. We have others, runes that can do that much better and efficient, other skills. And this is the stun, and it charges 1 dash. Okay. Situational sometimes may be usable, but nah. Ultimates, this ultimate can go in God tier. Of course, this one you just don't use it after some time, right? But yeah, maybe I should level up, and maybe sometimes, but no. This one does so much more damage, and it is AoE. It's crazy. Okay. So guys, that's pretty much that about the tier list. This is my personal Sung skills tier list. And I pretty much like this. Maybe some of them should be like lower or maybe higher, but at the end of the day, this is my current opinion. They will revamp it anyways, but this is the current state, so you're gonna know. Still, for the next update, it will take a while, right? So we have time until the revamp, so definitely this will be extremely usable. Hopefully it was useful. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Leave a like, subscribe, please. What I always forget. in the description below and as a pinned comment, you will find the link for the content creator program. So make sure to support me. Just one click for you, maybe 2 clicks because you need to log in, but it will help me a ton. We're on the road to 200k, plus it will be helpful for you because the codes will arrive after 3rd of July, and all supporters, mine supporters, will get the codes. And usually it is 1000 free essence and something else. So be on the lookout. Make sure to support me. Let's get that 200. Bye, guys.